Hey there, Russell and Index traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the Russell and Index recap for July 7, 2014. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money. These videos are for educational purposes only. Support your knowledge in the market. See what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan, and man, never move that stop when placing a trade. Let's jump right into our three major indices. We'll follow up with gold and crude today, and then look at the Russell a little bit more in depth. Market, I was looking for the market with price momentum in unison to the upside. Was looking for the upswing today, but Sunday open just seemed to take it downwards, and we follow through for the remainder of the day. So like my trading plan says today, even though I was looking for the upside move, and still am, I would trade what's on the charts in front of me, and that's what exactly happened today. Let's jump right into the Nasdaq. As we could see, market at the open was just all chop, and so there was nothing there. It wasn't until, and then here we are West Coast time, it wasn't until about 7:45, so we're just post 1 hour and about 15 minutes that we had a 1. Here is red. This is inside our open range. You could have waited till down underneath the open range, but you had a 1-2 right here, 1-2 bar confirmation, 745, 744, 747. We take a look at the EMA chart, the 534 EMA, and we had a 534 EMA crossover at 752. So might have had to wait till the third bar down here to get in the trade. And once the entry has been confirmed, then it's ride it down on the 5 under the 34 EMA and taking off some ticks all the way down until you had a crossover back upside. So we could see that for the remainder of the session of the Nasdaq, pretty much chop at the bottom. Another couple possible entries is if you had already gotten out, you had a 1 bar, 2 bar confirmation over here at 1042. Again, you would look down here at the EMA chart and see it if you had a crossover, which you just barely did. I would have wanted something a little bit stronger. Again, I'd look at market internals as well. So that was really the move of the day. If we look at the YM, again, in the early morning session, we had a nice 1-2 bar at the top of the hour. So 1 bar, 2 bar confirmation, entry to the upside. But it wasn't until a little bit later that you had the EMA crossover. So really the move was to the downside here as market internals turned red. So here's 1 bar, 2 bar confirmation. Here we're at the 753 bar, and we already have an EMA crossover over here at 753. And Heiken Ashi bars keeps you in the trade with the 5 under the 34 for a nice trade. ES, again, you can see chopped up the remainder of the session. Market is already open past for after hours. Again, morning session would have stayed out of that first 30 minutes. We could see the market wasn't going anywhere until right there at 723, 730. Market turned down 8 tick range chart here on 5 tick range chart versus the 10 on the NQ and the YM. 5 tick crossing under the 8 period moving average, and then coming down here to the 534 EMA, and what a beautiful entry here at 730, 753. And so 730 and riding it all the way down. So there were your 3 moves on the ES. The remainder of the session would have stayed out as we just saw nothing but chop action. If we jump right into our other 2 indices for the day, the gold and the crude for our traders there, some wonderful entries. Gold having a nice several crossovers on the 8 period moving average, but here it was at 643 in the general market open where you had a 1 bar, 2 bar crossover. You could have waited till you got underneath the open ranges and simply wrote it down on the EMA. Here we could see the 2 aligning very nicely as you have an 8 EMA, 8 moving average, 8 exponential moving average, 642, 643. We're up here at 643 with an EMA crossover. Don't look at the chart up above anymore. Write it down. 534 with Heiken Ashi selling. Crude again chopping up the remainder of the session. Here you can see the best move just around the open at 6 o'clock. 1 bar, 2 bar crossover, and here we could see the come down in price. So here we are, 1 bar, 2 bar confirmation, 601. Here we are with the EMA crossover at 609, and then just writing it down on the Heiken Ashi candle. So all around, early morning session looked really good on all of our indices in crude and gold. Taking a look at the overall Russell here, we just never went up from the weekly opening price at 1200.1. We actually made it all the way down to the average move down here at 1190.8, riding all the way down to the weekly S1. AD line supporting the move all the way down, starting at about negative almost 1,000, riding it all the way down to almost negative 1550. So plenty of opportunity on the Russell today. A little bit more in depth here, as we can see the Russell index was nothing but downside to keep you in the trade. So what do? We look at chart number 1 up here in the upper left hand corner to look for the possible trades. Again, like many of the other indices, we had nothing but chop from the open, 2-bar confirmations, couple of them, but nothing major, because we're looking at the 534 EMA, and we could see that 534 EMA crossover happened already in the previous session on Sunday, and we were waiting for market open. So the best entry really started here under the open range here at 7:51, almost an hour and a half, 6:30, 7:30, 8 o'clock hour, where you had a 2-bar confirmation. Could have waited a couple minutes here until you got underneath the open range and wrote it down, and then chopping upside. So here we are. Take a little bit closer look, as we do in our reviews here. We've already got the 5. We already have the bar crossing over the 8-period moving average several times, but again, it doesn't mean we can't re-enter. Again, we look for a special point, a pivot point. We had already made it down to the average move down, and so here's a 1-bar, 2-bar confirmation underneath the 25-minute open range. You could have entered up here at 7:44, 7:47 West Coast time. As we can see here, that aligns also wonderfully with the 5 under 34 EMA crossover. What keeps you in the trade even longer? If we take a look here at the 5 under the 13, 21, and 80, what a beautiful 3 are all 4 charts. So here we are, 1, 2-bar confirmation, 1-bar, 2-bar confirmation, or you could have waited until you came underneath the 25-minute range, 1 hour. You take a look here in the Russell Index. The Russell Index is on its way down as well on a 534 EMA crossover. Just taking a look at the Heiken Ashi candle selling down, and then we look over here at chart number 4. We have a 5 under 13, 21, and 80. Don't look at any of the other charts. Look at the 5 under 34. This trade keeps you in all the way down till the chop, in which we ended up getting down. And taking a look at our big chart, we were down at post 30-minute. Here's our post 30-minute pivot, which we saw a bounce come down to post 30-minute R1, R2, R3, and all the way down to weekly S1. We are just above the 6.9 high. We are already under the weekly open price. Again, that fib level weekly of 1198.7, which I've brought up several times, can't seem to break that and hold above that. So who knows how the week's going to plan out. FOMC minutes on Wednesday. That concludes today's wrap. Feel free to stop by at TradingFibs.com, any of my social media outlets, to obtain more information. My mantra is know one thing, know it well. Hey guys, I like to look at your indices, see what kind of trades you would have gone, because you know what? It's the same rules. Whether you trade the ES or Apple, my plan will keep you disciplined. It's simple. You got to do a little work to get your levels out, but it really is just watching your exponential moving averages. You can find me every day on Twitter and TradingFibs, TradingFibz, and as always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. Yeah, my plan was looking for an upside, but that's okay. I'll trade what's in front of me, and on my charts, it doesn't matter which direction. Have yourself a blue zone day.